Inquisition, so you better stop and listen. They're broadcasting from the lands between. Rattle on the case, bosses in your face, Golden's in trouble in the back. It's time to crack this case unsolved lore that we all adore. So sit right back, the show is about to start.
Start.
Here they come again, the Golden Inquisition, so you better stop and listen. They're broadcasting from the lands between. Rattle on the case, bosses in your face, Golden's in trouble in the back. It's time to crack this case unsolved lore that we all adore. So sit right back, the show is about to start.
Yo, Mikola, you're gonna have to chill alone a little while. We got a show to do. Well, hello there. We have found ourselves upon the weekend, a beautiful Saturday evening, and we welcome you all to the IRL Podwind Dynasty. Dinner. Greetings to the viewers now and in the future. We are the Inquisition Radio Live Podcast. We do weekly streams recording and hashing out from software lore, and are focused for now on Elden Ring for the most part. We like to discuss lore theories and interact with the chat. So if you're watching and have any comments or questions, we encourage you to type them in. Furthermore, we have a call-in line. To do this, you will have to join the Discord, the Golden Inquisition. I'm sure we will see the link there in the chat in but a mere second. So click on that if you'd like to hop in with us and share a theory or make a comment on the topic of the day. Just hop in the round table hold. You get passive perks for doing this as well. You will join a community of awesome champions in the Inquisition server, true Elden Lords and Lordettes. Whole lot of talent on that roster. And they're real friendly. So, yeah. Real solid place there. So, speaking of that server, that is where our little group of hosts, us three here, that I'm yapping over right now, so we're going to get to that. We're going to introduce ourselves. We have guests from time to time, but this is the core squad. Right over here, we have the Sauce Bosser. Boss Saucer. he has a fantastic YouTube channel of the same name. Great videos, awesome videos, but don't ever ask him to make you a sandwich. You don't want that. Trust.
Damn.
What's up, boss?
Hey, how's it going?
Chilling, man. Good to have you here. And what was the exact name of your channel?
Hey, Boss Hosser, and yeah, no numbers, just Boss Hosser.
It's just Boss
No numbers?
Saucer.
All right.
Okay.
I thought it was like 64 or something. My bad. I thought it was like 67. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I
so,
think it has like some secondary name as well. Something weird.
You'll find it. Next up, we have the leader of the server. The show is actually spawned from a call-in show he does on his streams, and he streams nearly nightly. We have the Golden Inquisitor himself. Hello there.
Hey, how's it going? It's me, the Golden Inquisitor. I appreciate it. Hello, everybody.
It is on. It is on. GI. Check out that channel. The same name dude is hella brave, and never seen a format like what he's adopted there before, and there's a lot to be said for that. And I'm Rattle. I too have a YouTube channel where I moonlight as some kind of lore tuber, probably more like lore goober, but like my little alter ego is a serious moonlight. So yeah, and hello, and most importantly, y'all are you, and y'all are here, and we thank you for that. So let's dive in. So I think, what do you guys think? I think we're going to talk this week about a couple of things. First of all, the topic of what we're going to unpack is, was Mogh's faction really that bad?
I like that. I like to get up and on that. But yeah. Okay, what else we're going to talk about? I can't wait for that one.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. We're going to talk about Mogh tonight. The luminary, the misunderstood, the acquitted. Um, but before we dive into that, I kind of had a couple of things. Like, I had a couple of things to talk about, or like run by you guys, just because I want to hear your reactions. Maybe see the reactions in the chat. We have a little bit of From Software news to speak about. Admittedly, a lot of it is courtesy mostly of Ziostorm or Zeostorm. Sorry if I said that wrong. I don't know. They collect a lot of these facts together, and so I've been watching over the past couple weeks. They've come out with a couple of different things. So check out that channel. But mainly there was a holdings and earnings, like people in business suits, that type of deal, call Ubers everywhere, that kind of thing. All those folks met together, and they were talking about plans going in the future. And one of the things, I know we were talking in the server a couple days ago to a couple of people, a bunch of people always gathered together, and they were talking about somebody purchasing into From Software. And now Sony's been surpassed. This happened a couple months ago. This is a little bit old news, maybe like a month and a half. Oasis Management was their name, and they surpassed Sony's stake. They now hold the majority stake in Kadokawa. And so they had a little list of different things they wanted, their input on Kadokawa and From Software, and that just happened a few days ago. And talking about how FromSoft is not making the money. That's a very, very general way of saying that. They're talking about using their assets and not turning it into stuff that can make more revenue for the company.
Right.
And even went so far as to say letting go of the director of Kadokawa
What?
for this type of deal. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, bro?
What? Oh my goodness. Well, it's always
Yeah,
about making money about these big corporations, man.
Bruh, it's like, it was told to me like this once, like you make a fire donut, right? And everybody wants the donuts, so you start making donuts. Then a lot of people want the donuts, so you need help getting tools and ways to get a lot of people donuts. So in come the money men, and the more you end up talking about money than you do about donuts.
Damn.
Before long, it's just
Ain't that the truth?
the effing way she goes, bruh. I know I'm kind of flying by a lot of that information real quick, but it's just kind of to get I
Right.
doubt I'm hiding my vibe there. It's just
Right.
like, man, can y'all F off, leave them alone?
Yeah, let them do their work because FromSoft does great work, and if you just let them cook, they fucking make a fucking fantastic meal, man. And
Man, nobody's done Elden Ring before, man. Nobody's
right.
done that before.
And I've said this a long time ago, in on my streams, whatever they are, but that Elden Ring is FromSoft's cash cow, and because FromSoft, Elden Ring, they may own, or FromSoft may own Elden Ring, but FromSoft is owned by Kadokawa, so it's like they're gonna be forced to milk Elden Ring till we hate it, kind of like Star Wars and kind of like Harry Pothead and all that stuff. It's like, dude, and that's what I'm afraid of. And with Night Rank and the new manga coming out and the movie coming out, Elden Ring is the most successful thing. They're gonna milk it till we're tired of it, just like Marvel movies and all of that, man. Yeah.
Are we gonna get tired of it though? Because here we are, 4 or 5 years later.
Well, how long did it
Still
take to
yapping
get tired
about
of?
this.
How long did it take to get tired of fucking Star Wars? And
Not
You
my
know,
Star Wars.
yeah, exactly. And don't forget fucking the Marvel movies, man. After Endgame ended, who cared what the hell was going on? But they kept the story going
Ain't
for
that
some
the
reason.
truth?
So, yeah, and it's the same thing. And like you said with your donut thing, I love that analogy. Right? It's just like you see that same thing here on this platform on YouTube, where people get more concerned about viewership and making money than it is about making genuine content, or just something that's I don't know. I don't know. Do you remember YouTube back in the beginning when it was just like people uploading their phone footage or just random bullshit, and now it's like actual TV channels and it's actual like documentaries. It's not about people uploading stuff anymore. It's about
Yeah. It's
making a
ads.
fucking It's about making a fucking cable channel on the internet. Yeah, dude. I miss the old days.
It's
I'm
a,
old.
it's a tough subject too, though, because you got people like, well, shit, I'm gonna bring up you, like you put together footage, you have something that you like, you specialize in a niche topic that all of us here like Boss and I are here, Jackal's in the chat, Tuliki's in the chat, shouting y'all out, Based Cannon is in the chat, like
Banoon,
your
yeah.
operation. Yeah, exactly. Sloped Roof is here. Tim, I think Tim. I'm sorry if not Tim. Holy shit. But the point is that like a homebrew creator still made this space and brought everybody together. I kind of like where YouTube. I it, it I like that it's being taken more seriously. But you
Uh-huh.
are correct, though. It's definitely starting to be kind of harnessed and turned more into a product than it is, just an upload site, a bulletin board of homemade things, and all that.
Right.
And I would hope that it doesn't go any further. Like I can be a real opinionated fellow when it comes to the arts and people being able to make money off of the arts, because I think right now a lot of the stuff we know and love is kind of being corrupted by people that don't do the thing, making money off access to the
Yeah.
things that talented people can make. And as much as I think a great artist in any type should be admired and found and loved, I
Mhm.
think they should be the ones that get that they should have the livelihood off of that.
Right.
I think if you don't do the work, you shouldn't get the money for it. But
Right.
I don't know. What am I? I'm just a
I'm
dude
just a
talking about a
dude.
video game over here. So,
Same.
um, here, let me steer this away a little bit. But I'm gonna tell you one more thing that I heard. Besides the fact that we had another website in another country bring up when Tarnish Edition is going to come out, and we all know these dates are tentative, but we recently got a July 10th date
What?
put on that website.
Really?
Usually these are holding places. It's kind of like the kind of thing where you have to put some in the box or you can't click post. So sometimes they be just making stuff up. All right, and but July 10th just seems a little exact, So that's kind of cool. And then these leaks that we've heard about, what's it called, boss? Cerulean
Which one?
Oh,
Cerulean
Croissant?
Onslaught. Yeah, Onslaught. Oh no, they
Right.
just picked the weirdest name.
Circular Onslaught. No, I'm just kidding. Cerulean Onslaught. All right. The the alleged pirate game coming
Nice.
out from software, and obviously it is absolutely most likely fake. The new From Software dark fantasy title starring pirates. Yar.
I mean, if they're
Yeah.
being told to do it, do they have a choice, man? I mean, I mean, you have Raider, right, from Night Rain. They could make a whole game off of that. I don't know, culture.
Captain Radagon. I don't
I
like
w-
pirates. You like
Dude,
pirates?
I love I love pirates, dude. I look
You're a
forward to
pirate
it.
guy?
Yeah, I'm from the
I
Caribbean.
mean, I know it sounds unlikely, but I think I heard before, well, like last year, that I heard that From Software was working on like 6 games at the time, and could be From Software is working on 6 games, but Miyazaki's only working on a handful. Because we need to remember from now on, we're gonna have like From Software games, but we're gonna have less Miyazaki games.
Oh,
That's a
Yeah.
that's a very grounded way to look at it, because you're right. Their studio's expanding. They're working on multiple products all at the same time. So, we're gonna get like the headliners from the chef, but then we're also gonna have like the little side stations, the little I don't know where I'm going with this,
no,
but it's
I know where you're going.
I see it.
It's gonna because Miyazaki can't make all the games, right? He's the fucking man, and he is getting
Yeah,
long
he's the
in the
director
tooth.
now. He's getting old.
He's getting old, right? And it is It is what it is. The music turned on. My bad, y'all.
The what?
The music in the game. I'm not sure if they heard it, but
Oh, cool. Well,
Or
okay, so
Yeah,
so
I got
they
sidetracked.
say you're good. When your thought comes back, step right on back in. But I just wanted to say, like, the details that I saw on this involved. Uh, you're sailing the however many seas or seas between, exploring islands, and your ship is kind of your hub world, your Firelink ship, so to speak, Firelink yacht,
uh-huh.
your round table pontoon.
if they're really gonna do it, they need to set up in their game like I'm not sure if I like to see From Software working on another game that's not Souls with with the commodities they do. Needs to be really comfortable with the mechanics and just the gameplay.
And they
I mean,
I don't know, man.
they need seamless co-op right out of the gate. I mean, they need good co-op right out of the gate. It is 2026. When this game comes out, it's going to be 2028, maybe 29. It needs good co-op. We're not playing
They
in
really need to
1997.
solve that problem. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know what goes into these things and these mods, but I'll tell you, it's a couple folks at home at their desks, and they figured it out. Y'all be doing well. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but people be playing together all the time with stuff that was figured out by the fan base at home. Like, why isn't this implemented? I bet you it's just a bunch of like business decision, bunch of suits, like with weird business type of. Okay, I gotta say, I just looked over at the chat, and
What's wrong
Gotti
with that?
Poo, the not Godwin, says Yarmoured Core.
Jarward Core. I was thinking on Elden boats actually.
The lands bestreams. But man, I don't know what I think. I don't know. Assassin's Creed Black Flag lost me. Like, this is a
Yeah.
game about climbing, and here we are going as slow as possible to point cannons at another. Like, just, I don't know. It's just,
You
I
don't
don't
like
wanna-
pirates, man? You don't like? You never seen
I-
Pirates of the
I think-
Caribbean, bro? Come on, bro.
Bruh, okay. First of all, I'm from a desert, so I'm just like, water, what? Like, why would anybody do anything? Like everything people do on a boat, I guess, besides fishing, is the same thing they'd be doing on land. It's just now you can drown. So it doesn't make any sense to me, like, what people are doing. And secondly, I'll say Pirates of the Caribbean is just a retelling of Star Wars. I mean, if you really
The
look
good
at
Star
it,
Wars.
you know.
Yeah. If
I mean,
Han Solo was actually good.
You have the Keira Knightley character, you have the Safe character, you have the Jack Sparrow, edgy Han Solo character. That character is taken and abducted. They got to go get them, utilizing the help of a shaky character that can't exactly be trusted to go get him. And then you got two droids running around with a pirate's chest, like the entire time, like acting funny as
Oh.
comic relief. It's
That's-
all Star Wars. It's
that's
just
hilarious.
retelling Star
Yep.
Wars. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Who's Darth Vader?
I've only saw the first one, but I'd say like
Bro.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. Oh,
I'd say something like that. And the Kraken is the Death Star.
All right. I see it. Oh, I like this.
You have bought me, yeah. I'm convinced.
I love it.
I win.
You win.
But
All right,
Water
this is the
Wars.
Pirates of the Caribbean podcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna pivot to
Ta-ta-tan-tan-ta-ta-tan-tan.
the Plank Cast. Hell yeah.
yeah.
dude.
Oh, I like
do it.
that. The plank cast.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Peg Cast, and then my mom was like, "Don't do it.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
do that."
Maybe in the after hours.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. We'll,
Inquisition.
we'll open up a Patreon and we'll do the peg cast.
oh, only webcam, no
Yeah,
microphone.
That's right.
Oh. Right. So, Oh my
I'll shut
God!
up.
How do we
I'll shut up.
transition from that?
So we're talking about Mogh, right? We're going to talk about Mogh tonight. Might as well bring him up.
Yeah.
Talking about dickheads.
He beat the charges. He beat the charges.
Yeah.
So, Boss posed a really interesting question, and we could just talk about like Mogh in general, but it's kind of like something to get us into it. Is Mogh's faction really that bad? Question mark? Question mark?
Yeah, we can
And
play the devil's advocate and just like try to sell it. You know.
try to sell the dynasty, the dynasty.
The
Yeah, for
dynasty.
sure. For
Okay.
sure, man.
All right. So what we should do is like everybody go first, say yes, no, yes, or whatever. Are they really that bad, Rattle?
Yes.
Boss.
Absolutely yes. In my opinion.
Boss.
No.
No. Okay. Golden. Are they bad? I have no idea. I'm going to say no. I'm going to lean towards no, that they're not bad at the beginning, but they transition into evil when Mogh is corrupted by Michaela, as the AI masters say.
McQuella.
Miquela.
Yeah.
I mean, it is true. There are a couple item descriptions out there. Well, maybe just one, so a couple might be an exaggeration. But they speak in terms of like, we need to get ready, we need to do this, we need to do that while Mogh is gone. I guess in that body in the egg, and so to speak. So maybe it's the type of thing like things are going awry because Mogh's not around to tell him, hey y'all chill. Wait, what's his voice? Hey y'all chill, or something.
No, he's got more of like a high pitch voice, like a raspy high pitch. I don't know.
When I first heard it startled me.
Yeah, I was like, "What? You're like a badass, and you like sound like that guy from Coheed and Cambria, or the guy from Rush." It's like, I'm like, what is this, bro? Get out of here! Come on.
Well,
That's why I never lived. Yeah, that's why I didn't listen to those bands, except for Rush. But Coheed, no.
Now
Anyways.
I personally can't stand Rush, and sorry if we lose any of the subscribers that we have over there, but yeah, I can't do it, won't do it.
What? You're dead to me.
And
No, I'm
to
playing.
answer questions, like what I see Jackal Khan, another fantastic creator, and on the roster in the Inquisition, he's asking, you want me to go on hold? Yeah. I mean, it's what it's there for. It's a call-in show. Get in there, dog. We'll get you there in just a second. Anybody else can line up, and we'll bring you in when we have the beat and the time to do it. I do want to say like one thing though, and then we'll just go at Golden's discretion for that.
Right.
Not to put that on you, but you got the buttons, dog. So
Right.
there is something to be said though in that this game is kind of, and the other ones that Matt Zaki has put out, is that if something is being sold to you to love it or to hate it in extreme ways, they're usually going to flip that. You take things like Artorias in Dark Souls 1 and how they speak about that, and then Artorias is this broken badass dude, but we end up fighting him and he's not the one that did what the story said. And it's pretty obvious the game and the storyline doesn't want you to like Mogh. So, but they also use language about Omen and what they are, and it's clearly kind of like a spin on the story. It's an unreliable narrator that's kind of telling you stuff. Like if it's against the greater will, then it's accursed, however you say. Apparently I don't know English, but like they call it accursed blood. Like what is accursed blood? Is it just Omen? Like is it just called that way due to propaganda? Like if that's so, like the Hornsent have horns too, are they accursed too by that logic? Well, it seems there's a kind of a heavy history with the Hornsent, and they're not going to agree with you about that. We even work with the Hornsent in the DLC.
Right.
Gideon calls him a lunatic, but what did he do? What did he do? Now we do know that there's some bad stuff, like Vare is telling us to get the blood of maidens. We're getting sent places to kill other Tarnish.
Oh yeah, totally. There's totally murder, a lot of it, but there's a lot of murder everywhere, like anywhere else. So yeah.
Okay, so all right, before we bring anybody in, boss, give us your 2 cents on why you think Mogh's faction is not bad. Because let's have us go tell our put in our 2 cents, and then we'll bring in Jackal, and then we'll bring in Base, and I think we should do
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure.
All right, so go
Yeah.
first,
Well,
boss.
for
And then-
starters, I can like if you are wary of like Moke's whole shebang, well, everyone else is killing each other, like each other. Like the Earth tree, the Earth is just a space giant tree that eats people, just dead people. Sorcerers, you turn into a freaking stone. And just being consumed, and you're gonna be a battery for your fucking staff in the future. And basically, you do not need to fear death. I mean, I know it's scary to be open up like a fish and just turn into a pot of blood, I guess. But we don't really see what the dynasty of Mogh envisioned, because we just really see what remains. Like you said before, like Barre is like always preparing. He says to you like, "Oh, don't touch the Luminary Mogh's sigil," because they are really in a eternal side quest, because Mogh is not gonna achieve his goal because he got lobotomized by that evil twink. So,
Damn.
Damn. Okay.
and I really want to believe they stand it for at least some kind of dignity, because Ansbach, that's my guy. That guy is like so honorable. He's so recollected, and he's like really fearful. Like he's a super warrior. Uh, but he invokes a civilized dynasty. Like how does that transmit into Moke's whole faction and Asbach fitting in it? Like we really just meet like bloody fingers. Those are just like corrupted tarnish. Like we only just see what remains of this unborn dynasty. Like I believe it was slightly better. I mean, murder and bunch of blood is still bad, but I don't know. I'm gonna give my fave that it was not that horrible
Okay.
before. Well.
Well, that's a good point that you bring up, because the time that, and sorry, Golden, I didn't know if you were
No,
going to jump
no.
in or not.
I was gonna ask you to go. Go ahead.
Oh, certainly. The only comments I really have are two, and they're kind of, their polarities are completely opposite. So sorry if I come across as confusing, but Ansbach does come from a time where they're being referred to as pure blood knights. So perhaps this dynasty is, more civilized, such as what Boss is suggesting. And it also seems like they tried to make a move before, the way that Gideon talks about them. Like, he's going to try again. He's a raving lunatic. He's saying various things. But I got to say, though, like, what about the scenery that we see? Cannon kind of touched on this, too. If you go to Mogh's house, if you go to his front yard, it's a swamp of blood
Yeah.
with flies.
Oh.
Poop.
Right.
Poop, boss, poop. And it's you join through agony, through Vari putting needles underneath your nails. And there are item descriptions, and again, these could be unreliable, but they say things like for Mogh yet slumbers beside the divinity, be patient, the new dynasty is nigh. And another one says like for the palace, for the map, it says like in the lightless depths lies the grave of an ancient civilization. It is here Mogh, the Lord of Blood, is building his palace to be the seat of his coming dynasty named Mogwin, and whatever nightmares that may bring. Now, this is a map description
Yep.
on that. And
Right.
They're sitting there talking about nightmares and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So for my 2 cents, I think that in the beginning, in the beginning, the genesis of the Mogwin dynasty, when he was, probably just starting it up as a son of the eternal goddess, America or whatever, banished underneath. That he did have like these grand aspirations for like a good, loyal, honorable, faction or whatever you want to call it, right? But then he comes in contact with the mother of blood, and there hence comes the corruption of what she brings, and then it gets twisted and transforms, and because we know that Vare and the others like him were kidnapped and tortured into becoming what they are, or convinced into becoming whatever they are now, these sadistic murderers. And then not only does that happen, but then Mikla comes along, and then he transitions from that to servitude or slave to Mikla and whatever his aspirations are. So I think the idea of Mogh and his faction is a really tragic, story there that we have, and that's not really based, it's not really touched on by anybody in the community. They just see that, oh, it's an evil faction, but it wasn't always, and it probably was never intended to be what it became. And that's my 2 cents.
I agree.
I feel it.
Couldn't have said it better.
And one more question. I know those two are chomping at the bit. And Roundtable, we appreciate you guys for lining up. Just one little observation I want to ask. And
Okay.
well, maybe we should wait till after. F it. I already brought it up. So we have Mogh, and we have Godwin. The upcoming dynasty, like to my beliefs, the way I've interpreted the game is I think Godwin's supposed to be next up for the gold. I think it tells a lot of people so much as that. Why is it Mogh win? What is the importance of that WYN at the end of the name?
Can I go first?
Please do.
Yeah.
Just anybody answer this.
All right. So
Hell yeah.
I've thought about this as well. And at first I thought Mogh's like full name was Mogwin. And I thought it was a play on words from Dark Souls, because Mogwin, Gwyn was the god of sunlight, and he was the leader of his time and his civilization. Perhaps, we know that Mogh and Morgoth are twins. Perhaps Mogwin or Mogh was the firstborn. And being firstborn, he got the title, the WYN on it for Mogwin, meaning that he was to inherit, because he came out first, the realm or whatever when it was time.
Oh, but he was Omen, so it didn't work. So he didn't get to keep that.
Right.
But he's like, nah, dog, I'm really Mogwin. But they're like, no, it's Godwin.
Yeah, you got to go. Godwin's the only one that, because I believe that in the beginning, the Omen twins weren't born Omen. I think they developed that later. The horns, kind of like X-Men mutations. It happens in adolescence, but it probably developed later, like when they were like 4 or 5 or 6.
I
or
mean,
7.
that kind of appears in the movie. We have a kid, Morgoth.
Right, but the thing is, it's like not only do they, I don't want to go on a whole tangent, but just real quick, they're all well spoken. They're all seem to be educated. They each have an Elden rune, so that means the Elden ring was already broken, and they have it already with them. Because why would you give a piece of the Elden rune or the Elden ring to omens if they're sacrilegious to the faith? So when they inherited it, when it was given to them, they were not omens. And that's all I got to say.
Interesting.
That's cool. A little timeline play there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
all right. We're.
Yep.
Oh, go
no,
ahead. Boss.
I think I
never step on
Oh,
it,
yeah.
bro.
Don't worry, buddy. Well, basically, my thing is like much shorter. Because I've been checking the etymology of some names in Dark Souls for my videos, and Gwyn comes up a lot in Dark Souls, obviously. And basically, that's a Welsh name, and it means purity, white, and blessed. So maybe Mogh was trying to use the Gwen, like the word, not the name of his brother, like Mogwin. So he's like the white Mogh, the blessed Mogh.
Or
Maybe
like
he
the
wanted that connotation
luminary
attached to
mode.
him. Yeah, I mean that's. I think that's a what's the word? A synonym, like with Gwen, like blessed, luminary means bright as well, like lumen. So yeah, white, blessed. I think that's what it means. But of course, that's my take.
Interesting. All right. Hey, the corral is packed.
Yep.
We got horses in the stable over there, y'all. Do we want to bring somebody in?
Yep. Let's bring in Jackal Khan. You can find him on YouTube as Jackal Khan. Here we go. Jackal, you there?
What up, buddy?
I think he's muted.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, groovy.
Hey, bud.
Hello.
What's going on, big dog? What you got to
I-
say?
Oh, okay. I guess I'm starting off with questions or answers to. Okay, so
Sure.
the Lord of Blood.
Oh, did we lose him?
Oh, maybe
Uh,
that was quite
is
a
he
abrupt
there?
cut off.
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
He's back. Welcome back, Jackal.
I'm back.
Yep.
What?
Your internet cut out or something.
No, it's been fine. Anyway,
Anyways, welcome back. Go ahead. Start from the beginning, sir. Oh, he's gone again. Hello.
I
Yep.
think he's messing with us.
rolled together, black wings, um, vision. He wants to basically become Lord of the Realm, usurp the age of the Golden Order, or just the Urge in general.
Oh,
Oh, let me hit
damn!
the
I think
TV.
his internet is gonna mess with
I'm
him.
playing with the antenna here. Jackal, we're trying.
Mikola charmed him into doing that. What?
Hmm.
We're losing you, man.
All
Going
right,
in
give
and
me.
out like. Sorry, bruh. It's like
Okay,
you're
what?
you're a dolphin diving in the waves. We can only hear you when you're like, and then you're back underwater again. We can't hear you.
It might be because of my microphone. Also, my daughter's in the background, so if you hear her, that's what that is.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Jackal's daughter. Hello.
Who don't mind?
She wants me to grab her a drink, but she'll be okay for a moment. So where should I restart at?
Mogh's wings.
Mogh's wings. Okay, yes. He's got curled horns, one eye, black wings, lots of blood. Seemingly kidnapped his younger brother and is now enforcing the ritual that basically enables him to become the Lord of the Realm. Maybe it's Elden Lord, maybe it's not. Maybe he has his own mending rune that would overcome the events of Elden Ring or whatever. Regardless of that, we understand later that it was Mikola who basically, I guess you could say, forced him into the corner that, yes, sweetheart, there's little squares that are talking, and I'm that one. See? Anyway,
Mogh was tricked.
so the thing, there's a lot to parallel Mogh with what he's doing and why he's doing it, as well as his brother Morgott. For instance, I think I mentioned earlier, both him and Morgott, you technically fight 3 times in a row, not direct like one after another, but specifically they are the three. They all.
Oh, we lost him again.
He's trying.
See you later.
Trying.
Off variants, yeah. And then there's Vare and Ansbach, who, by merit of their actions as characters, are more or less
check out the Jackal stream to hear the cycle for the rest of the,
Hey,
Vare,
the
hey,
second
Jackal.
half of the combo.
Hey, Jackal. Can you hear me, bro?
yes,
Hey,
I can hear you.
let me. I don't know what's wrong with your mic, but you're cutting out like every about 15 seconds, and then you're out for like 6 or 7. If you want
Okay,
to like,
let me.
yeah.
All right, can you hear me now? Does it? Let me try something. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock in a pestilent.
Yep, you're gone.
Yep.
Yep,
There you go.
yep. We lost you at Pestilent.
Pestilent.
Yeah.
Your rhymes didn't help.
Hello.
The spell was broken.
Hey man, let
need
us
New York.
let us put you back in hold, and we'll bring somebody in while you figure that out, if you don't mind, sir.
Oh,
God damn it. Okay.
breaks
All
my
right.
heart, Jackal.
Sorry about
man.
that, bro.
We promise we just can't hear you, man.
All right, thanks, man. All right, he'll be back. He's smart. He's real smart. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Let's.
Yeah, like Terminator.
Yeah, he may have a noise gate. I'm not sure. Let's see, because I don't have one. All right, we're bringing in bass here. Ready, bass? Are you ready? You got
He's ready.
2 seconds. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Welcome back.
Hey, howdy.
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going?
Never bad, never bad. It's a nice weekend day.
Nice.
Mogh, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about Mogh.
Yep.
What are your
Most
opinions?
selection really bad.
Yeah.
I think I get the kind of reason why we think that he's not a bad person or whatever. Like Ansbach is a compelling character. And I think it's really cool to imagine that this one faction is filled with murderers and also very noble heroes. And I think that's just the theme of the game. But what I want to add is if like there should be no reason why they're out here killing maidens, but they are. Right? If they want to become the next dynasty, they still need that tree burnt.
It's true. It seems like they're trying to get in the way of this ritual. I'm gonna call it ritual. It's merely a cycle. It's merely a ritual is what I'm talking about. You have a maiden, you burn the tree, you do that. It's like they're trying to interrupt that.
Right. And I want to highlight so the Mother of Blood, I think we kind of see something of her in the DLC with the Blood
Blood
Fiends
fiends.
and their charm. I forget what it's called, the Outer God charm or something
Oh
like that.
God.
Yeah. And it says in like they had a god and in their misery they saw a new god. And I think that's their whole ethos, right? What we know about Vare is that he was a surgeon, right? He was a battlefield surgeon. The war is taken like over the land, and we see in their place, in the dynasty, they are allowing the Albinurex there, but they are all like the Albinurex are not um they're like in Liurnia, they kind of walk around a lot more, whereas you see a lot of the ones in the Dynasty just kind of sitting and staring. They still do wandering paths, but it kind of makes me think that like the point is the misery, you know.
Uh-huh.
They're like that's why they're stopping the cycle from moving on, right? Until it like maybe it's as simple as if I can't have it, no one can, right?
Okay.
But it seems to me like the like the the cruelty is the point, right? We know two things about them. They bloodlet and they go out and murder people. And that's the like
Right.
as much as we can imagine that um maybe there was a greater point to all this. What we see of them is that they're doing harm, and we kind of like we have to take that. We have to weigh that into this calculation. So yes, I do think it's fucked up what Nicola did to Mogh, but I get the feeling that he could not have made um like maybe he couldn't have made Morgoth do that, right? Morgoth's character is not the kind of person who uh kidnaps people and does all this other stuff. I mean, he could get Morgoth to kill somebody, but he couldn't get Morgoth to um you know steal a child, some shit like that, right?
Okay.
So I think there's something to that where he like Mikola is not doing full mind control. He's making you like turn your efforts to his will, but it's still like your mind doing those things, how you would do
Do
it.
you do you think Mogh quote absconded with his infant form? Like, do you think Mogh kidnapped him, or do you think like I believe Mogh was acting on a plan? I think Mogh was doing what he was told to do or made believe to do. That doesn't mean I'm saying he's good or not. It's separate from the
Mhm.
question. But that's just my personal thing. I think Mogh was enchanted long before Mikola went to that tree or
Mhm.
whatever. I think it was part of a plan to get him out of there. But that's just
So you
me.
think that
Check out
like
my video.
it was the whole plan was to have Mogwin do this thing.
I mean, personally, in my personal canon, yeah, I think Mikola is and I'm gonna have people coming after me for this. I think Mikola is not exactly the great person. Well, not necessarily evil, but the ends justify the means kind
Mhm.
of person, and I believe that they use the Hallowed Tree to kind of clean their blood of
Mhm.
the various things that Mikola introduced himself to in his pursuit of escaping causality,
Oh.
pursuit of escaping the meddling of other gods, such as, it's why he's going in on trying to get Rot out of his sister and such and all that. I think he tried many different things, and I think it got into his body, and I think that's why he went into the Hallowed Tree. He moved in, and he was using it to clean out his blood. And either Mogh was supposed to cut him out of there, get him out of there, or Mogh got him out of there as a contingency because we start to see Rot taking over in that tree for whatever reason. Maybe Millennia was not supposed to be there. Maybe it's just part of the effect. But I'm not trying to take away your call time from you though. So I'm
No,
a
no, no,
wind
no.
it down
I'm
here. But
it's a discussion, right? You've got an interesting point. I do want to. So I like the idea that. So I definitely think Mikola is in on the conspiracy. Like whatever happened, this is Mikola's plan blowing up in his face, right? He did want, this was like a contingency that he had planned for. He had made all these plans, and as is with his characters, they all trip over one another, fucking up the other plan, right? Um, it's one of the reasons why I think he helped kill Godwin and was surprised when the process did not was not reversible, right? Like he thought he could kill Godwin and turn Godwin into the god that he wanted. And Ronnie got in the way because you make a plan with somebody whose plan isn't your plan, and it's they're going to be at cross purposes. So I think that's possible, right? It makes total sense. He would plan on Mogh um, being a contingency to maybe be another version of the god that he needs. And Mogh is like, I love you. We're gonna take you away from your plan to, whatever you're gonna do in that tree while you're in the middle of that process. I would say one of the reasons why I don't one of the reasons why I don't think I like the total of that theory is that I think I think that it's like when we see, like when we travel to the Shadowlands through Mikola, are we supposed to then believe that that is possible because he is in Mogwin's dynasty and that was the plan all along too, right? It kind of feels like, um, kind of feels a little convoluted, but
Hmm.
that's not to say it's impossible. It's just to
I
say
think
is
he
that,
wanted Mogh's remains, and that's where he was supposed to take him, and also nobody else is going to go there
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
find Nicola. Nobody would dare. Look, I mean, look how heavily the elevator to the palace is guarded. Look at how much is in the way just to
Mhm.
get there. Besides the best
Mhm.
farming spot in the entire game, but look how stacked that was with tainted albinarix
Mm-hmm.
doing
Mm-hmm.
cartwheels of thorn death after that
Cartwheels.
bunch of clowns. So I died so many times with that goofy shit, dude. It made me so mad.
They,
It's a
you know
comedy
what?
game, man. The comedy, the joke is us. That's the.
You know who they remind me of? Those Albinaurics, real quick. They remind me of that guy that you see that juggalo. This is all for the juggalos and juggalettes, and then he like power bombs like barbed wire and stuff with his shirt off.
Oh my god, no! Like no.
Oh, that whoop whoop.
Yeah, that guy. That's them. That's the Albinaurics, bro. Anyways, sorry.
I hope
Whoop,
they're
whoop.
okay. Bless their hearts, or bless his heart. Like man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he jumped on some goofy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
He dead.
I feel you though. Like I think Mikola made a deal with. I mean, I'll go so far as to say part of Mikola's dealings had to do with the Formless Mother, and whose medium is blood. Even though they might not be a blood god, their medium is blood, like Formless Odin in Bloodborne. I think Mikola was able to pass his ability to compel through blood, and that's why we see various pointed, sharp tools to be able to do this. He kisses Freya's wound on her forehead, exposed blood there. She's under the spell, and I think Mogh was enchanted. Mikola told him, "Hey, you're an employee of the month. Here's your dinky." Ratty trident. Like if you look at that trident, it looks like all put together like a bad cosplay,
Mm-hmm.
and like you're gonna have a dynasty, you're gonna have everything you want, bruh.
Right.
and
Hmm.
and got him locked in.
All right,
Hmm.
Baze. Baze,
Well,
give us your last statement here, because so we can bring in Jackal. He's got his stuff fixed, and yeah, one last thing. Tell
okay,
us.
okay. I mean, gosh, where was I? Um, I think that um, the formless mother is a very interesting parallel, and I think like the we do see we the and the fact that we do see her adherence in the DLC tells me there's more to this cult than we are like recognizing. But I do think that everywhere we see them, we see suffering, and I think that's part of the worship, right? So maybe there's more to it, and there would have been a there would have been a great golden future for those part of the Mogwin dynasty. But I will note that they have nobles, and the nobles talk about pure blood, and I've never once heard of pure blood being anything but bad.
That's a
Hmm.
good that's
So,
a good point. That's a good
Interesting.
point.
Okay.
Pure blood
Well,
might be a parallel to Golden Bow. Sorry, I'm
mm.
well,
Oh
like
yes, also um, the the stuff that we find in or the it seems like it was not in the content. Nicola, it seems like he was not purifying his blood, but watering the tree with his blood. Could be both.
mhm.
Could be neither. It's also content is dubiously canon. So take it with a grain of salt.
All right.
But
hey,
I do
water
think
runs
that
through trees. Water runs through trees. You know, like if he's putting blood through the tree, to me, it's the same as
Right.
watering.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I'm not
literally.
saying I'm right. It's just a musing on my
Mm.
part.
Well, I
Hmm.
mean, I would say that makes total sense. I do think that we America probably did the same thing to her tree, watering it with her blood. So it could
Perhaps.
be that's why Moog is doing all this, collecting all this blood, so that when he gets his tree, he can water it.
Uh,
Oh, that's a good point.
Interesting.
But
All right then.
what do I know?
What
Have
do
a good
you
day.
You
know?
know a lot, man. Dude, you got great theories, and thanks for coming on the show, bro. Real
Thanks, man.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you,
right,
man.
talk to y'all soon.
Peace out, Boy Scout.
That was Base Serpent Cayman. He's smart. He's smart. He's got some ideas. All right,
He's got
let's.
great theories.
He does. Let's bring Jackal back. Jackal, I'm going to bring you back on the count of 3 because the stream's got the lag. So 3. Welcome back, Jackal. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello. Sorry.
Hey, bud.
Okay. Hopefully my voice isn't cutting out.
I know you sound good.
Don't know why my microphone wasn't working today of all days, but we'll find out later. Anyway, where should I begin?
At the beginning because we didn't hear nothing.
Okay. In the beginning there was blood. So in the beginning, Mogh and Morgott, depending on how you look at it, depending on the nature of like how both the age of the Erd Tree and the age of the Golden Order treats Omen, um, it may be possible that they grew up underground or they grew up as princes of the Golden Order or of the Erd Tree, and then were displaced underground.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, both Morgott and Mogh have a very we'll call it a highbrow upbringing. They're very effluent as opposed to like other Omen we encounter who just like try to kill us. Um, I was also stating before that both Mogh and Morgott, Morg and Mogott, are the
Oh, hi,
only
Marg.
bosses in the game that I can think of that we basically fight 3 times. Morgott, I think, is like an illusion in twice of not entirely present for 2 of those fights, and that they are for one of them. Um, with Morgott, it was like the previous 2 encounters before you face him during the Erd Tree. And with Mogh, it's one in the sewers, and then when you fight him as promised consort Radon, because it's technically his body. But I was
Mm-hmm.
also going to say that a lot of what we can understand from Mogh can be interpreted through his followers, i.e., Vare and Ansbach. Um, Vare, who is literally one of the first, if not the first NPC we meet in the game, is well, you could, and anyone who has a smidgen of we'll call it insight into people can tell that Vare is off and is not like on the up and up as like anyone else. But then again, anyone else is pretty much kind of fallible in that sense. But then you kind of learn eventually if you kill the White Mask Invader in the Blood Swamp, that basically Vare was more or less a victim of Stockholm syndrome, kidnapped by Mogh, and then pretty much like indoctrinated via what you also have to like take into consideration the what do we call them, the nobility, or I guess you could just say those who are general practitioners of the current order, be it the Erd Tree or the Golden Order. They don't look highly upon Omen, they don't look highly upon the color red, they don't look highly upon anything that isn't just immediately life giving or life preserving. But even then, that's kind of a stretch. Um, Mogh, his personal history, of course, being that like we're basically given this story of him being coming from the underground.
Oh,
Oh,
coming from the underground is what I last heard.
Or lords or
Yeah,
nobles. Yeah. And for the most part, aside from Vare, everyone who's basically a Mogwin noble.
bro, he ran out of internet.
Oh no.
How's that?
$2.99 to keep talking with Jackal Khan. Put in your credit card number now.
Somebody give me your credit card number.
Pretty
Praise you, Ubisoft.
Here, this
And
is
then you meet Ansbach when you finally get to this DLC and you've defeated Mogh already, and that alone is like a triumphant, a moment of triumph that you're like, oh man, finally, I finally beat them. I should know. I had to do it 6 times in a row. Um, but you
You're
defeat Mogh.
insane.
You, you think? um, So you touch the withered arm, you travel to the realm of shadow, and meet you meet a whole cast of characters, and you make your way to Bellarat, and you just see this guy who is initially unassuming. You think, "Oh man, he looks pretty cool," and he says, "I am Hansbach, formerly in service to Lord Mogh," and you think, "Oh, you're gonna be a piece of shit, aren't you?"
yeah.
And that's the projection the DLC is trying to give you at first. You spent the whole game getting to this point, realizing like, holy shit, I am really.
Right. Right.
Oh, Jackal.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
Yes, here.
Yeah.
I concur.
It's very telling.
Yeah.
Uh, Very telling of Mogh's character, more or less, because Ansbach, especially his position in the DLC, is a really kind of chips her down kind of character that like he's already lost everything. With Mogh gone, the Blood Knights are gone. He's probably the last Blood Knight. Everyone else in the Mogwin dynasty is either like a respawning enemy that is still bent on making you bleed to death, and everything, and just
Just
like
a bunch of blood drunk crazy people.
yeah, and you do get kind of the sense of that when Ansbach speaks to Leda in that like one final clash before reaching Mikola. And he's like, I could not bury the memories of Mogh and our pact of blood. Like even Ansbach, honorable as he is, still has that like thirst for blood in him, but it's not the driving force. It helps him connect to his honor and dignity. Like it's the choice he made, but it's like how he presents it that speaks to like what Mogh means to him. Because let's talk about vampires for a minute.
Nice.
Um, Vampires in some of the like older lore are
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially Bram
Yes,
Stoker's.
yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
like go bump in the night. You can fight a shadow thing that you can't hurt physically unless you turn on a flashlight, and even then the battery's dying or whatever. Or like an army of ghouls and ghosts.
Right. Yeah, you got to be careful with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The ghouls and the ghosts and the goblins. Can y'all hear him?
No.
Is he still diving in and out? Yeah. Okay, cool.
One of three, figures that's supposed to like represent the devil, or more or less. But then you get this sense that he's also like very effluent and honorable. Like he has knights, he has an order, he has a vision of the future. It's not just a bunch of mad killers going around saying he blood taste.
Tastes good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. No. I agree with you.
Athletic Reds. Blood
Self.
blender.
Right. Um, he's still like very. in his perspective, like being a part of the Mogwin dynasty
Oh boy,
Dang. I get you, bro.
Jackal, you be spitting facts, man. Um,
is all one and same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
do
right.
you have any closing thoughts on that before we get on to the other callers on that one, buddy?
I will say this in regards to like Mogh and Mikola. I understand that Mogh beat the charges, but Mikola got like, and I
Awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Jackal, breaking my heart, man. I want to hear this.
sitting on your lap. What would you do?
I don't know what I do, man.
What a time to come in on that sentence. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll catch you later, and yeah, thank you for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jackal.
Until
Appreciate
next
you,
time,
brother.
I'll invade you later.
Thanks, man.
See you later, alligator.
All right, everybody. That was Jackal Khan. Make sure you follow him on YouTube, Jackal Khan, and Sunstorm Jackal on Twitch. I'm not sure if he still does stuff over there, but make sure you check him out. He's a great content creator. Trust me. I watch his stuff. All right. So next
Bro.
on... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, bro knows how to fill time. Man,
For
he is
real.
constantly entertaining when he's doing his thing, dude.
He is. The next
awesome.
person is also a YouTube content creator. You may know him from such shows as Days of Our Lives in Elden Ring, and you may know him as Not Godwin. Here we go, Not Godwin coming to you.
Oh my God, we got Not Godwin.
Yeah,
Not Godwin.
He's like famous.
What?
This Not Godwin's bigger than Vadi Vidia, in my opinion.
Dude, definitely taller.
Yeah, and handsomer. Her. I don't know how to say the word. Better looking.
Hey, Gotti Poo, how's it going, brother?
Great. How are you guys doing?
Chilling, man.
Doing great, man.
Chilling. Talking about Mogh.
Yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts on it. He's really cool.
That's what's up. What you got, brother?
Just to keep it topical, you know that whole new cutscene that popped out with Mikola watering the tree with his blood and all that?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was confirming. It does keep it really ambiguous, like where he's bleeding from and how pre-launch content described him as a female with his lilies. It's like a pre 1.0 version of lilies. Describes him as a female. That's kind of strange, but I was really getting to the whole vampire tree thing. Or how blood is just like the best fertilizer, it turns out. We can attest to this just by Flanders Fields, what happened in World War One. There's like a whole poem about how the poppies just flourished on the battlefield.
Really?
That's really interesting.
And I think Elden John may have actually carried on this knowledge, or just at least propagated the whole vampire tree, like a kind of Johnny Appleseed type of deal. With and Mogh's faction would actually be the most honest and kind of upfront about this whole all magic is blood magic type of deal that we kind of see from Recluse's ultimate in Night Ring.
Oh, really?
Yes, or at least it's the oldest form of magic.
Uh-huh. Oh. That's interesting. I never saw
Whereas-
the connection. I never saw the connection there. I like that.
Oh yeah. As to the whole like morality of Mogh thing, it's really, he's trying to keep it spicy, because like there are probably still countries now that it's like legal and honorable to kidnap the girl you're interested in.
Damn.
Yeah. That's true. Florida is
boy.
one of them. Florida.
Yes.
Looking at you, Florida. Probably Kentucky too.
Mogh equals Florida, man.
Yep.
I have to admit though, I kind of view Mogh as one of these half hollow characters or at least non-characters, because it's so hard to pin down their motivations when they have interactions with Mikula, because you can't begin to understand where Mikula's ambitions begin and where Mogh's ambitions end, or like who wants what, or how
Yeah.
far this extent really goes.
I agree.
Like what moves were Mogh's and what moves were compelled.
Yeah. That's
Now-
why I like
now-
Ansbach so much. That he represents like the old values of Mogh.
Right. Now Based came on here saying that you can be compelled, but, and apologies if I misunderstood his comment, but I think he's saying you can be compelled by Mikula, but it's still your mind. It's just like you got talked into it. You're not being like mind controlled.
Oh.
You've just been sold on it. You're just, kind of like, like you fall in love with somebody who's bad for you. Like that kind of deal.
I love that idea. It's like,
Yes,
yeah.
like-
Another way to say it would be like saying he's not compelling you. He's just bringing to the surface what's already there.
Right.
I agree.
Right,
Like, it's
and
the
you
best
could just be
manipulators.
convinced.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
go
was-
ahead.
I was saying the best manipulators will make you think it's your choice in the first place.
Right. And I always thought that carrot that was, like helping with the compulsion of it was Mogh's desire to be Mogh Gwyn. To be the next up. Be the big dog.
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
Just my take, though.
did we
Yeah,
lose
well,
Godwin?
I agree.
Oh,
No. I was just thinking on the whole aspect of maybe Mogh was fed a completely different story of how he was meant to be fused with Godwin instead of Radon, and you'll be like, hey, you'll be the ultimate dude. You'll be Mogh Gwyn. It's a great combo sort of thing, like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, what
wow.
if Godwin was being prepared to use the remains? And I don't know.
Oh.
I just it doesn't make any sense. But like I don't know. I'm trying to pull it out of my head right now. Like, kind of like the whole Radon Mogh thing at the end of the
Yes.
DLC. What if like Godwin was supposed to fill one of those
Yes.
spots and like not Radon?
Yeah, and this was the only way out of that. Was for him to go the way he went out, basically.
Bro, every conversation I have, this story takes an awesome turn. Like, just it like, I hope we have the answer one day. I would love to know what happened here.
me too. Well, let's see. Godwin, do you have anything else you'd like to tell us about your opinions on Mogh?
No, that was everything. That was everything.
Oh, all right then.
Content to
Bro,
give over the floor to Licky if she wants to hear her piece.
thank you for gracing us with your presence, man. We had
yeah.
you
Oh, thanks.
we had you on the show a couple episodes ago. We hope to have you again soon, man. You have some really awesome ideas that, like, I don't even want to say they come out of left field. They're just so unique, but they work. And I really
Mhm.
like your stuff.
Me too.
Well, thanks, man. I like to contribute.
Thanks. All right. Thank you, man. All right. We'll move you into the other channel later, man.
Oh, see ya. There you go.
Peace out, brah.
All right, everybody. That was Not Godwin. You can find him on YouTube as Not Godwin. He's one of the greatest lore tuber besides Boss Osser and Rattle. But yeah, he's up there. He's better than Vatavideo. Maybe better than Snowtown. He's definitely better than Infa, in my opinion. He's better than that Golden Inquisitor douche. I can't stand that guy. I can't stand him. Anyways.
I think he's alright.
He's aight. He's aight with a little A. Aight.
Keep it a thou wow.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's bring in our last caller of the evening and see what she has to say about this. I'm bringing you in 3, on the count of 3. 3, 2 Leaky. You can find 2 Leaky on YouTube as 2 Leaky.
Hi, friends. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having me
Hola.
on.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, what are your thoughts on Mogh? Was he a good guy? Was the faction great or bad?
So I think he's complicated. I really do agree with Not Godwin on the idea that it's really hard to separate Mikla's motivations from that of Mogh because of the way that he charms people. We do see, like in that intro cinematic, that he's carrying, Mikla out of the cocoon and he's covered in webs and stuff like that. But a lot of those intro cutscene things, they're more like an artistic interpretation of what happened. Like it's not exactly one to one because, if he was this delicate little babe in his arms, why do we see this like overgrown corpse in the cocoon? So it's a little bit romanticized. Like same with the snake and Rykard. That's a very baby snake, and he's just a head on a platter. It seems like a little bit romanticized compared to what actually happened, right?
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So when we first get introduced to even the idea of Mogh, it's like right on the first step. So we like walk out. The first NPC that talks to us is Vare, telling us about Luminary Mogh, and I know, like, shout out to my Elden Ring lore talk folks, but that word choice about, like, he's all about love and he's all about, like, being luminous, like that's all Mikla, like coded wording that Vare is selling us on. And pretty quickly we're given the steed that Mikla is riding, and we're giving the spirit calling bell that has the same styling as Mikla's needle and by Ronnie. So there's a lot of indications that Mikla is behind a lot of this. And like I said, Ansbach calls him a monster. That what was so horrifying about him was not that he would kill Ansbach, it's that he would turn him to his side no matter how steely his resolve to, like, annihilate this god, this demigod, that he would be in his service just at a glance.
I hear you on that. Like, I remember Ansbach's voice line, and I might be reading a little too much into it, but there's a very strategic pause, which indicates irony to me when Ansbach goes, Mikla the Kind is a monster. Like, he calls him kind, and then stops, and he's like, is a monster, bruh. And I'm like, damn.
To shrive clean the hearts of men. Yeah, it's fucking horrifying to disobey your own body, to disobey your own will, to stand before someone wanting to strike them down and end up like on your knees in front of them. That's horrifying.
Right. I like that. Good job, Lore Talk. Though you banned me. Piece of shits.
But yeah, he's so Mogh, I think there's some interesting things with the win. I liked the idea of that I can't remember who this evening brought up that Win was boss. Was it you that mentioned that it was like the white, the pure?
The Welsh, the Gwyn.
And it's kind of like a callback to he's both the Balrog and Gandalf the White. He's trying to style himself after the the great wizards while being reviled by the Golden Order. There's an interesting parallel there, or paradox.
Well, Elden John kind of looks like Gandalf, if you think about it.
That's true, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We just cracked the code, y'all. We just did it.
Oh my god, we did it. It's
We
all
did it.
fucking The Hobbit
Oh,
or
God.
Lord of
We
the Rings.
did Elden Ring.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember to
Falcon did it
cross the
again.
street.
Well, in your opinion, was Mogh's faction really that bad?
I think there's some very nasty things about what's going on, especially with the Albinorix. The fact that we see the sleepy Albinorix that everybody loves to farm, and they're basically, it reminds me of, a prison camp or a slave camp where they're being lazy, but they're being overseen by their peers who are now aligned with like the red sort of omen faction, who are overseeing them in some sort of blood ritual, to build this dynasty. Like it feels very much like building the pyramids or something like that. So yeah, and the fact that there's no Albinorix, like they all go up to Miquella's Halleck tree, but there are no Albinorix actually in the Halleck tree. They're all with Miquella in this, this blood sacrifice realm. And then as we go up towards Luminary Mogh's arena, all of the men are flayed. So, like, their skin has been torn off of them, and there are these big blood clotted creatures that the pureblood knights are keeping in order, and instructing to worship Elden John or whatever is happening up towards the top. Like it does seem very. I don't think it's very luminary rain that is happening. I think that yeah, these are bloodletting rituals, and he is becoming a god through human sacrifice, like many other things.
Right.
But one thing that I think is one of the more interesting things that I don't think a lot of the lore community has caught on to is the fact that I think that all of the different godhood rituals that we see are misinterpretations of pregnancy, and Mogh is no different than that. We are instructed to soak a white cloth in blood to gain access to Luminary Mogh, and we get it from a maiden, and that is very similar to cultural practices of knowing when a woman is able to bear a child. Like a sheet soaked in blood was often taken from a woman's chamber to show that she was able to be wed, and that could be as young as like 12 or something. And so the fact that we are like, the Lord's soul requires a vessel, that all of these rituals are misinterpretations of pregnancy, and they're sort of half ham-fisted attempts to recreate this godhood ritual that may be more natural than people suspect.
That's hella interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great take on that. That's gonna man,
Thanks. Yeah.
that's gonna cook my brain. That's damn.
Yeah, especially with
Yeah.
the pelvis there, and yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, it very much feels like how are babies made? Maybe we crack an egg over a pelvis and then a baby comes out. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, we all I know is that we need a maiden, and she needs to have some blood and a baby made.
That's
I
true.
guess.
Like maybe Mogh misunderstood the ritual because we see it happen
Yep.
at the end of the DLC. Mogh's remains inhabited by Radon. Here, Mogh has this body in this egg, and he's inhabiting it in the blood when we happen upon
Mhm.
them. Maybe
And
he's like,
the formless
he didn't read it
mother
right.
is very much like trying to get the baby to come out. You know that there's blood. Yeah.
huh?
Pretty
Yeah.
morbid, but I think it's fascinating.
Well, and the thing that I keep coming back to is why would you need to write down on the birch scroll? Like, why would you need to write down how a god is made? If you're America and you are becoming a god, you don't need to write that down. It's only if someone is trying to recreate that ritual and they're not quite sure how it works. So they write it down and they go, okay, I'll look at this one before I do the whole ritual, right? So,
Right.
so yeah, I think, you know, we see a lot of different godhood attempts throughout the game, and yeah,
So there's
I think they're all trying to do this Lord's soul requires a vessel trick.
so there's like no like one true God in the way that like maybe some gods are revered in the real world is in like a creator. Like this is like some fertile ground that's constantly being fought over, which is how I believe it's a land between conflict of deities of or actually not deities but immensely powerful entities.
I mean, this is very Eldritch horror, right? Like constantly having these cults that are popping up that are trying to like call a Shuggoth to like, you know, like or you know, an eldritch being to like, you know, be your
Or
new
some
god.
say Cosm.
Wow.
Well, thank you for that. That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
freaking excellent. Thank you to everybody who
Awesome.
called in. Had some great stuff thrown around on this.
Definitely gonna have to smoke on that one. Yeah. I like
Thank
it.
you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Tip my fedora to you. Thank you. So, boss, were we able to sway you at all? Do you still think Mogh was not bad? Not Mogh's faction was. I'm not asking that right. I'm tripping over my own words
I
here.
mean,
Hold on. Let's say goodbye to Taliki and then we'll.
oh yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
pardon me. I'm sorry.
yeah.
My bad. We're
All right.
Thank you guys. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. See you later.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No
Jeez.
problem.
My bad.
Don't worry.
Well,
Yeah.
before we close up, I'm gonna run this. Like, did any of these compelling theories being brought forth by these beautiful callers sway any of y'all's thoughts, any of your opinions that you may have had?
No, I still feel the same. I think they.
Right.
I think most of them like really reinforce what I believed already. So yeah.
Yeah.
Except I don't
Yeah,
know.
feel somewhat
I'm
the
curious.
same, like my opinion was the same.
What? Yours is still the same, boss? Wait, did you? You
I
said
mean,
they were good
he
guys.
was
right?
not that bad. My opinion was that he was not that bad. Everyone kills in mass sacrifice in every faction. They're just like with less steps, more gruesome, of course, more ugly, but everyone kind of does the same thing. Well, you can change the golden tree and mass murder with swamp blood murder with good dental. So yeah, I still believe the blood faction is not that bad.
Oh,
I mean
man.
I wouldn't be on it. I kind of like my clothes not wet with blood, but you know.
It's
Fair
in the
enough.
blood.
Fair enough.
What
Same
about you,
question
Rattle?
goes to anybody. Oh, to me, I think that I mean I can be such a fence rider. I can be such a centrist that I know I even annoy my sometimes. I think that it's propaganda that makes things good or evil as far as how we're being talked to by this unreliable narrator in the lands between. I think everybody's vying for power. I think the only way to call somebody good or bad is depending on what side you're on. And I think that Mogh is bad because of what he's been used and what his followers do to the second generation Albinarics. I think they've been enslaved, they've been recruited, they've been corrupted through blood. I think nobody messes with that place down there. That's why they're all sleeping, chilling. And I think they'd be murdering people. And I'm not really answering your question. I think the faction is bad. I don't know if it's Mogh's fault though. I don't know if it's Mogh's fault. But
whoa.
same question goes to viewers now and in the future. We'd love to see you in the comments, see what you have to say about it. We'd love to see you in the Discord too. Like, share your thoughts on it, man. This stuff is is evergreen as far as wanting to talk about it. And we appreciate you, everybody now and everybody in the future, everybody that called in and everybody listening. Make sure you catch that Discord, by the way. We're going to see another link come up in the chat there. We'll see a link in the description for the show. We'd love to have you join us. Please consider calling in. We'd love to meet you, unless you're Omen.
Or from Florida.
And then, yeah. Florida Omen. That's a band name right there.
Hell yeah, dude. We are Florida Omen.
Omen Lando.
Omen
So,
Lando.
okay. Thanks again. We got Boss Saucer. Catch him at his YouTube channel, the same name. We got Golden Inquisitor. Catch him at his YouTube channel as the same name. I'm Rattle Boyale. I moonlight as Serious Moonlight. And thank you kindly. Y'all have a great night, Elden Lords. Peace out.